and that is Tequila with Lombwelange with DJ Shoza. Good morning. Welcome once again to to the morning mix. Ja, het is toch paydag, man. Ja.
Ik moet nadenken vandaag. Nee.
Kan je... Ja, nee, je kan. Nee, jouw dag is mos maandag.
Ja.
Mondays... Oeh.
No, but I quit. I'm done.
Are you done?
I'm done dealing with that thing, man.
Morning. So, how's the day?
The day is cool, man. We zijn nou net die games klaar gespeeld hebben. The games are cool and I don't know why those games are letting big people stress like that. You should be there. Ik lach me door de hele tijd, bro.
You have to stress because, you know, it stands between you and an afternoon off.
Yeah,
So it is really personal for a lot of people if we lose.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, for the last 2-3 years, and we're referring to, for some of you guys who don't know, Trustco has a culture every morning. Every Friday morning, we play the Cops and Crooks games, and we challenge each other on different obstacles or games that we play. And whoever wins that particular day gets the afternoon off. Now, it's between the Cops and the Crooks. It's a tradition that stems back well over 20 years. So it is an issue, Mitch, if you don't win your Friday game. It's a problem.
Oh, the ladies are always there stressing. I'm man. I'm like... Ja, je vat die afternoon off. Ik moet nog een jaar wachten.
Nee, je zal lekker wachten.
No stress hier.
Yeah, so, but I'm a crook. So I lost. So there's no way. Als je aankoffie.
Morgen.
Morgen, Kalfie, hoe gaat het?
Zeg gewoon weer morgen.
Morgen.
Okay, daar zie. Yeah. The Trustco Games Penda normally starts at 7:30 and it runs until 8 o'clock. Whoever you are, OC Roder, yeah. Line.
Come on, go cup.
Ons stel die belang nie. Yeah. So.
And they won today.
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
Because they've been beating us constantly for the last 2-3 years.
No, but I think last year...
Don't know what's going on.
The last year, when I came, we won.
We won. The Cops won. The Crooks won.
Yeah.
Last year.
Last year we were winning.
One or two games, but overall the Cops have really been dominating us for the last few years.
And you know why, Mos?
Why?
Well, you know why they had to dominate us. Sometimes you have to let the boss keep
winning.
You must not hear me say that. Anders altijd ik dikke.
Nee, my broer.
But they've been, you know, their team spirit is different than ours. Ours is kind of like we want to beat them so bad that we are so frustrated, and we want to really beat them so bad that we lose touch in the games, and it's like, and everybody's just behind everybody, but their team spirit is like, we got this.
Talking about beating and team spirit, last night was one of the nights where finally I felt like, you know what? If you gonna mess it up, then go to hell. Arsenal played against Wolves last night.
Okay.
Very, very crucial.
Oh my God.
Premier League game, and we have 3 games in hand on Manchester United, who's in 4th place. So if we win our 3 games that we have on hand, then Manchester United would be far behind us.
Yeah.
And last night was the first of the 3 games that we need to win. Also, we were behind the first 10 minutes. Wie ek vloek maasare. Yes. So I started watching Barcelona against Napoli. Barcelona completely overran Napoli last night in a UEFA Cup game, which was good. But Arsenal, wonder, miraculously came from behind. In the 96th minute of the game, 6 minutes injury time, and they beat Wolves 2-1. What a game! What a game!
Yeah.
I went to
That's
bed.
why the Arsenal fan at my show wearing the T-shirt. I was like, what is he doing here?
Is it?
Yeah, well, there was an Arsenal fan wearing the whole, I was like, oh my God, man, something happened.
Gregory Bantwini, Nancy Karamata, Joyce Gosses, good morning gentlemen. Ai, ons by eers môre. Leen tog daar tot môre. Nee, as bly in jou band Joyce. Mohausi Boli, good morning to you beautiful people and a very special, warm and lovable happy birthday to Vanessa Kui Pep. Darling, may you,
Oh, mooi naam
may
die
your,
daai,
hey,
Hey,
95 unleaded.
hey.
May your day be tremendously blessed and lekker. Kalfi, there's a question here. Can you answer?
What is the question?
Vir wie wil Kalfi op die stream impress? Sy hare bly gefade deesdae.
That's what with my heart. There's nothing wrong with my hair.
Good morning Kalfi and good morning. Ons drink Arsenal se wen en Vanessa se birthday. Natalie, ek stem saam met skat. Dis 'n special day vandag. Moao says, so you all are actually saying the Trasco Crooks is in die verbeteringsklas. Ons probeer maar ons hey. Gaan jy Moao.
Ja, ons probeer.
Rou, waar was jy die hele week?
Ja, nee.
Rou is die eerste keer in 4 jaar wat ek jou nie hierdie week op 'n stream sien nie. Het jy bietjie gaan gezama of waar was jy my broer? The government should sell our short people and use that money for development. We can't feed people that can't grow.
Yeah, but the
He
thing
just came back with a bang like
the problem
kom.
with selling short
Bro,
people
ek
is
het vandag gepay, at least leave me today. Oh, I have money today.
the problem with selling the short people is that you don't actually get a lot of money for them.
Nee,
I mean, you
You'll come
pay,
up- you'll
you
come
pay
up-
for what you get.
you'll
I
come
always say
you'll come up short.
you come up short, and you pay for what you get. But now you sell the short people, then you will not get what you want.
But Mitch, you are not short.
That's what they
Mitch
done.
is not short.
That's what he thinks. That's why I told the guys they must ask Natalie about it. Natalie knows me very well. Oh, Natalie.
No, he's short. He's short. You know what always catches my eye? Short people with umbrellas.
They complained. Look, they complained about my cap. I took off the cap.
Well
I got
done.
a cut.
Yes.
Now they're complaining about my shortness. I don't know. I have to grow.
No, but you're not short. You, I wouldn't say that particularly that I am tall, but you got a medium build. Do you know what makes you look short? In all true honesty, ne? Is because as a young man you carry too much body fat.
Nee.
Yeah.
Maar ek moet begin. Neville, I want to start yimming. I want to start yimming, but
If you shed, because you carry roughly around your waist about 36-37% body fat. That is what you carry around your waist. Stop slurping your tea. Yes.
I have to do it
That's
at least once, Neville.
Man.
I have to at least do it once. I cannot be drinking in this and not slurp.
Maar dan moet jy nie tee drink op die show nie.
Moet ek maar koffie drink?
Nee, moet nie niks drink.
One thing
Weer
about
die oomblik as hy when I'm busy talking there, all
Yes.
these weeks, months, I'm busy talking en ek sien hy gaan so nee. Nou wag ek.
yeah.
I never.
You understand?
Okay, I'll also stop that now. Oh,
You know, Neville, a good thing about Mitch is he always looks up to us.
I do.
No, but we appreciate it. We
Yes.
No,
Rou moet net ophou.
yeah, I guess I'm average height, Nina. Maar ek sê jou as 'n bra, né? Because you know,
I know we talk.
yeah.
We talk. They
Yeah.
they won't know.
If you drop your body fat, né? If you constantly start saying I need to change
Yes.
my
Change comes from within.
lifestyle,
Exactly.
né? and you drop 5, 6, 7, 10 kilos. Okay, maybe not 10. It's brave.
But 5 or
if-
6. He'll become
5 or
the most
6.
attractive man in Namibia.
Yeah, you're a good-looking guy already.
The girls will say I'm sick. You know, if black people lose weight, they just, oh, I had the fear. It's the 4. They look at each other.
Okay, maybe he mustn't lose his body fat.
Okay, but let's do this. Let's do a challenge on the show.
No.
No, we
I'm
do a challenge.
not going to lose weight.
No, I'm gonna do. It's the challenge. For
Also, it's
me.
in the older dome where we don't give a shit
We
anymore.
don't give a crap.
Yeah.
So this is a challenge. Like
It's for you.
yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're
No,
gonna
what
do-
you gonna do.
Okay, what I'm gonna do
Huh?
is I'm gonna do a before, boom, and then we do a 4-month challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And I will yim for 4 months.
At your age,
Mm-hmm.
at your age of 30, ne?
You might look worse after 4 months.
I thought we were friends, man.
At your age of 30, a young man is supposed to be in the gym every day of the week.
Riding those bicycles.
Riding bicycles, doing push-ups, pushing weights, whatever. It's supposed to be part of your lifestyle.
It's a challenge now.
It's a challenge.
Okay, we're gonna do it. 4 months. Give me 4 months.
Yeah.
I'll be looking like an Italian model.
Say you're gonna look like a Nama model.
We give him until June.
Huh?
We give him until June.
Till June. Okay, we're gonna see.
March, April, May. 1st of June.
I'm even gonna put out a poster, right? That would be the challenge on Info Monday
a
Life.
before
like
and after
Mitch.
poster.
Do a before and after poster.
Yeah.
Ne?
I put up a poster on Info Monday. This is like the challenge.
Kalbos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kalbos. Ne? And then you start.
Yeah.
Yes.
Daar kyk jy where you get.
They're gonna learn.
You will see you're gonna feel better about yourself. The first thing you need to do is stop drinking brandy.
Yes.
That thing is messed
I
up.
already quit alcohol.
Nee.
Dis net gewoonte. Is net gewoonte. Die biere wat ek drink, is ook gewoonte. So ek,
En stop die bier.
oh ja, die bier. Oh, kid, man.
That's not easy, eh?
Yes, it's not easy. The beer, ne?
Huh?
Ooh, it's like cigarette.
But beer is ek weet Kalfie jy's ook 'n bierdrinker.
Baie bier.
But the taste of beer.
Teixon kom keer van Neville.
Nee, ek vra. But you guys who are beer drinkers, I fail to really get the is it the taste you guys enjoy or is
Yes.
it the feeling?
No, it's the taste.
Is it?
I love drinking beer.
Nee?
Yes.
I'll drink one beer every 2-3 months.
Okay.
Yeah. That is probably a Castle Light or something that
Okay.
or maybe it's like a draft. If I'm really in a crowd of people who drink beer, then kom ek drink my ene of wat
Ja,
ook
ja,
al.
ja.
But as a form of relaxation, then kyk ek gaan nou in Tops en ek gaan koop vir my bier.
Ja.
That's all.
Not going to happen.
You'll rather buy gin, like the gin.
Yeah, I'll buy normally what I would buy per month. I buy 1 bottle of gin, Gordon's gin, and 4 bottles of dry red wine.
Ah, okay.
So I drink 1 bottle of wine per week,
right.
and then my bottle of gin. Soms gehardloop is so 2 maande of wat ook al. But that's normally my
That's it.
quota. Yeah.
Okay.
So kom ons kyk gou hier wat sê almal. Mitch was 'n kort knippie. Neville, don't lie to the guy. He's short. You are average height, Neville. Coffee, it is the money government did not have. Be grateful. As jy op die highway ry, Putin is about to put in. Hy sê hy stuur Kalari. Ha! Op vir Ukraine te help. Ek is nie by daai nie sê rou. En as ek mooi onthou het Mitch gesê alle Damramoffies het tummies. So. Môre nie ba? Môre, praat nou. Antwoord jouself. Ja, ha? So, praat.
No. This is like or what do you call a dead body? What? What?
I ken nie.
Whatever body. The Damara movie tummies are like pregnancy. And you have one more, so you know. They carry weight.
Insert body shaming comment hier, sê Stefanus James Ananias.
Oh my
Rose sê jy sal jou nek verloor. Stefanus James Ananias, you were just now height shaming. I thank you, Nina. Thank you.
If the women say your average height, like what do they date? What do they date? Like they saying your average height. And that should be around 1.6, 1.62. So, and I think I'm 1.5.
I thought you a little bit. You standing next to me now, you look a little bit taller than 1.5.
Ne?
Yeah.
So I'm like, no. What do they date?
I'm 1.78 the last time I checked. Ja, miskien is ek dan nog nie 'n Namibian man nie. Is ook alright, Natalie. Hy
Indilo
sal
Mudiso was laat sê vir my defend oor hierdie body shaming wat julle hierso het met my.
Kofi,
Hallo.
let's hear what you have for us in store on the news.
This is Informante Live, and these are our top stories. In the heels of the light oil discovery announced by Shell, Total Energies said it made a significant discovery of light oil with associated gas on the Venus prospect in Block 2913B in the Orange Basin. Minister of Mines and Energy Tom Alwendo said these discoveries can now clearly re-image a dynamic and diversified Namibian economy, and the ventures are likely to increase foreign direct investment into the country. The Mines Ministry confirmed the discovery of light oil in PEL 0056, or also known as Block 2913B, as announced by the joint venture between Total Energies, which holds 40% in the venture, Qatar Energy 30%, Impact Oil and Gas 20%, and the National Petroleum Corporation of Namibia with 10%. The Venus X1X well encountered approximately 84 meters of net oil pay in good quality, Lower Cretaceous reservoir. Block 2913B covers approximately 8,215 square kilometers in deep offshore Namibia. The Namibian youth is the top priority of government's spending over the next 3 years. The Minister of Finance, Ipumbushimi, on Thursday tabled the 2022-23 national budget themed Re-imaging a Better Future for the Youth, in resonance with the theme of 2022 as announced by His Excellency President Hage Geingob. The budget, which will have a total expenditure of 61.5 billion Namibia dollars, is expected to focus on empowering the youth-centered entrepreneurship. In the last fiscal year, Shimi tabled a 69.7 billion Namibia dollar budget. And finally, a 21-year-old woman is under police guard at the Oshikuku Roman Catholic Hospital after being arrested for murder and concealment of birth at the Omunyele village at the Etayi constituency. It is alleged that the suspect gave birth to a baby boy, wrapped him in a blanket, and dumped him in a pit latrine in the Mahangu field. According to Nampol Regional Commander Commissioner Titus Shikongo, the incident allegedly occurred on Saturday at around 2300 hours, and the suspect was arrested on Wednesday after the dead baby was found on the same day at around 1800 hours. The body is kept at the Onanjaba Police Mortuary and will be taken to Okahau Police Mortuary for post-mortem, he said. This is the second gruesome incident reported in the Omasati region within days. Your Trustco share price today, the 25th of February, is at $1.30 per share. Taking a brief look at the financial indicators, the Namibia dollar is trading against the US dollar at 15 Namibia dollar and 10 cents, against the euro at 17 Namibia dollars, and against the British pound at 20 Namibia dollars and 30 cents. This is Informante Live, and these were our top stories. You can find more on our website, which is informante.web.na.
Informante News. Informante News. Informante News.
So we found oil. We're going to be rich. Soon.
Yes. We?
America sal hoor wat ons nou sê.
We?
En
Well, maybe not we, but all the ministers and the fish rod people, they're going to be rich again.
Kofi have something against the fish rod guys.
You know, Kofi, I refuse that you drag me into your world. I've been fighting this for the longest time, and I refuse that a white man will drag me with him to live in that world where I just see
Oil.
corruption.
You see hard-working black ministers.
Oil.
Coffee sees corruption.
Oil rot. Oily, the oil of Olaf.
Oil of oil. Coffee, guys. I'm joking about this, but it's something that we all wrestle with.
Yeah.
I know.
Is the, I don't want to lose faith in my country.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
We're
want
going to end
to
up like
lose.
Nigeria. We're going to export oil and import petrol. I'll guarantee you that.
Sakanosis ne. And that's what I'm saying. In general, it's I don't. I have so much hope and faith for our country, and this got nothing to do with political affiliation for me or this or that. I just want to have hope for the country, but it becomes difficult if you look at the history of, let's say, we've discovered oil now. The problem that I have in my mind as I sit here as Neville is the same nonsense that you were just saying. And I don't like the way I feel about
Don't
it.
shoot the messenger.
And look at this.
Don't
you
shoot
know,
the messenger.
You know the country is in too deep when something good is found in the country, happens to the country, and the citizens are like, oh my God. They're going to eat it again. That's the first.
so-
yeah,
And I
man.
don't like that feeling.
I'm totally with you with that. I also don't like the feeling. Here it comes. It is our oil. But
Our oil.
it's our oil.
Namibians' oil.
But we are unable to get it out of the ground ourselves. We need to go to other countries to say to them, okay, tell you what, we've got oil, but we are unable to get it out of the ground ourselves. So would you please come and get it out? And then you sit with a shareholding of Total Energies, which is going to hold 40% of this venture. Qatar Energy is going to hold 30%. So that's already 70% is already gone out of all of this. Then Impact Oil and Gas is investing 20%. And we, the National Petroleum Corporation of Namibia, we get left with 10%.
And Luke Neville, it's not the first time we found war. And this happens. That's why I was saying always, let's get understudies, Namibian understudies that, like, we bring these people in to come get the well out for us. But we have Namibian understudies that are going to work directly under these dudes, and they pass on the skill and the knowledge to the Namibians. And after 10 years, we take it over and we do it ourselves. Then we don't need to go every time we find something. We need to go get those guys.
Okay, and I hear what you say, Mitch, and Kofi. I hear what you say. But I think for me, it's inevitable that we're gonna have foreign investors
Yes.
who will have to, because we don't have the expertise.
Right.
I do agree with you that there should be Namibian understudies who can assume that position 5 to 10 years from now going forward. But we obviously an oil discovery is something completely new for us as Namibians. So as a result, we need to bring in the equipment, which whether it's Qatar who has it or whether it's who's got the equipment, they need to come in with the equipment. But we can't, for God's sake, sign a bad deal that gives us 5 or 10%. Then we can rather say to the world, luister hierso,
Kom vat.
julle se julle jippe. Okay, let's leave the oil in the ground. As ons nie at least a 50% stake kan kry nie, at least 50%, then we don't want you
help.
to refine the oil at all.
Ons sal dit los
Kom ons
daar.
los die olie net daar. So right. Until you eventually come to the fore and take a lesser cut than what we have. Finish and clear. And Stephanus,
Yeah, but
James,
it's-
and Aeneas,
it's
I
not
hear
as-
what you say.
It's not as if we're in the financial position to be able to say that. We need the money.
Exactly.
So that we are actually poor. That's what we're telling the world.
No,
Ons
but-
is
but-
arm gatte en ons ministers en al daai ander politicians, they steal our money, the little that we've got left.
Yeah, so let's do this. Check. You know, if you go to these guys that sell on the street, especially the guys that sell, this guy will have an apple, and he will be like, "It's 3 rand, of his 5 rand," and you'll see that apple is small, and he'll stick to his price, and he'll sit with that apple until somebody buys it, and it's all that 4 rand kry. Why can't we have that type of mentality when it comes to our stuff?
When it comes to our own resources.
Our resources. Ons sê like, okay, it's not as jy nie vir ons 60% kan gee nie.
Okay, but you can't.
It's cool.
You can't really blame us for not being able to take out the oil ourselves.
Okay, but why
because
do we need that
we've
money?
got history. We've got history that reflects the reason why we are unable to do that. What I do love about this story is the fact that we, as Namibia, are able to show the world that we have got an energy source which is probably, in my opinion, the same type of volumes, perhaps, as a Dubai and what's the other place there right next to Dubai, or as the Arabs and all that kind of stuff. So why would the world then need to go to the Arabs and buy their oil? They might as well come to us and buy our oil, and
They
then
can
we'll
come and
get
buy
rich.
our oil.
So let's not be penny wise and pound foolish here. Let's be happy with the 10% because it's still going to be billions for us. And yeah, get the people that are experts at getting the oil out. Let them get the oil and let them, because they're investing into it anyway. So they should deserve the 40 and the 30%.
Yeah, but my problem is just in the long run we are not benefiting from that.
Of course
our
we're
kids,
benefiting.
Our kids will not benefit from that. If that refinery like runs out, and then
Yeah, then it runs
then
out.
they
But I
then
mean,
we find another one, and then they come again. We still get the
you've got to
10%.
remember, as we go along, as we grow in this whole business, we're going to get all the wiser. So who knows? Maybe the 10% will give us assistance in being able to then start investing into something where we can get the oil out ourselves. And yeah, so if our politicians this time around, please don't be short-sighted. Don't become like Nigeria. Don't be corrupt. Don't steal so much, and get into this the right way, not the wrong way.
I watched a what is the black producer? He did the movies. Why Did I Get Married? Why Did I Get Married to
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry?
Yeah.
Tyler Perry had this movie called Acrimony. Brilliant movie of
There's
this
a part 2 coming out.
of Acrimony. Is it? Oh,
And
excellent.
she's still wrong.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm kidding.
So in this movie Acrimony, this lady is dating this guy who has this, I don't know what kind of machine this guy has, but this machine, it's an invention that he created that he saw this vision of making billions of dollars out of this. And someone took him to this company, and this company offered him something like, let's say, I can't remember the figures anymore. We'll give you $3 million Namibian dollars for your concept, or $3 million US dollars for this concept.
I think it was about $1 billion. And
No,
then
it was not $1 billion.
wasn't it $1 billion?
No. It was in the early millions.
Oh yeah.
And I remember this movie where this guy sits there and says, "Excuse me?" I said, "No. We're offering you, let's say, $10 million US dollars. Take it or leave it. We're gonna buy this concept from you, and there's your 10 million. You can live happily ever after." This guy said, "Stuff you and your 10 million. Then I'd rather stay poor. This is my intellectual property.
Yeah.
You will not take this for 10 million for what I've lost the last 10, 15 years investing in this project. I'm not going to do this. I want equal shareholding for me and my loved ones, generations to come, to benefit from this project.
Yep.
He held out, and I think a few months down the line, the company came back and he became an equal partner.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that movie, and I was thinking, and I sort of drawing the same parallels as to what we're talking about here. And I hear what you say, Kaufi, about the 10%, and the 10% can bring us billions of dollars. But we don't want to make the same mistakes as West Africans are doing, because they have the 10% or the 5% that we do talk about. I would say Namibia, we should have held out. As ons nie meer kan kry nie,
Ek voel ook so.
let's hold out.
At least give us a deal where we have Namibian understudies, like I said. Give us a deal, and we give you. You are
We
going to be
equal-
You're going to
equal
be in
partner.
our country for 5 years doing this. But you need to transfer all these skills to these people, and after 5 years, we want to take this over, and you guys can have a 30% or so. But if it's not that way, I don't think we should do it at all.
The only investment that brings high returns in Namibia is corruption.
Yes.
Says Jürgen Gesem. Julle is useless. Kandra Club and Nella, they are not illegal, this one. Those are sweets just with a different flavor. What is that now?
I was asking for wheat lollies.
Oh, wheat lollies.
Daga lollies, mos, yeah. The edibles.
Stefanus James Ananias, ek dink hierdie week los ons vir Mitch uit as Moego of the Week. We need to strongly consider Namcor's position in this as Moego of the Week, because it seems like we've lost everything in this deal. Deal structuring is everything. Problem is, you think everything is all gentleman-like. Capacity of your own intelligence becomes crucial, including foreign policy. That is what Kini says, and I hear what you say. Zeli says, Africa will always be exploited for its natural resources. And Zeli,
Yep.
that is the principal problem that I have with this. Rovera says, we were taking our fish ourselves, and look at the mess now. Yeah, I hope we've learned from this fishing trip that we went on. Jürgen Gesep says, and die biggie 10% gaan benefit less. You know, Jürgen, it's people like you who drags me down that rabbit hole. It will benefit less than 1% of the population. We might as well just leave it. Just check what's happening with Saprev in Durban. What is happening, Kini? Give us a little bit of context.
The Namibian Church Council can also go for Moego of the Week.
Who?
The Council of Churches.
Grrr.
They must just go for Moego of the Week as well.
Yeah, guys, I was, you know what, with all due respect,
Yeah.
I really thought the Council of Churches in Namibia has a certain level of power
Yeah.
when it comes to what is happening in churches throughout
Right.
the country.
Right.
That's kaal wat aangaan nie. Niks.
Like, we are asking him, so why are you a council? And he's like,
It's if we were to remove the Council of Churches in Namibia, I don't think we'd be worse off.
You know, we were not going to be worse off.
It's a body-like institution that actually is not needed.
Yes.
That's a feeling I have.
Yeah. Kini,
It's like a
Kini,
toothless shark.
thank you for reminding me about this case, okay? Because this is the correct case study when it comes to I shall not fall for big corporates. It takes guts and money. Take the Vodacom chap, Nkosana Makate. I remember this is Vodacom. He is demanding 10 million rands against some 47 million. He invented, please call me. Know your worth, but the fights will be ugly. Same goes for country to country. And I remember this. This guy decided to hold out because Vodacom wanted to screw him in this deal. This boy, in terms of back payments, will be paid out billions of rands by Vodacom because he decided to hold out. They stole his concept and they made it his own. And yes, again, big corporates thinking they're going to get away with it. Alles al batal. Thank you, Tini. Wadembruka Shiramba. I thought we were going to smile for this financial as we are going to get 10% salary increment. Yeah, that's Namibia for you. Who still gets 10% increments?
What is an increase? What is that?
Yeah, what? Yeah. Huh?
An increase?
Nee.
Wow.
You need to be thankful that you have a job.
Yes.
Be thankful. Kandra no gaan slap jy nou? Oh.
Good night.
Good night. Stephanus James, I do think it's a strong show between CCN and Namcor this week. I do agree. I think let's have two. Do we have a Jita of the week?
A cheetah.
Top
top
Jita
Jita.
of the week.
Vladimir Putin?
Yes.
Don't you think he's top cheetah?
Should we also add it?
Hey?
Yes, it's but we need to have another candidate. Kaufi, just evil Kaufi decided to put Vladimir
The
Putin
Russians, we've got nothing to do. Let's invade another country.
in the hat. Okay?
We are cool with our top Muhu of the week. We just need the top cheetah quickly.
Okay.
Okay.
But we can as we go throughout the show we can obviously yeah.
Muhu of the week post is being published.
Kandra, you are in LA, I believe. So it's 11 o'clock at night in LA. So what is playing? If I think about LA, I just think about the Tupac song. To live and die in LA, it is the place to be. The Chernobyl disaster was like a nuclear explosion. Folks need to consider what may happen. Putin is the top Jita of the week. Guys, let's talk a little bit about this war. And I was thinking about it last night that, you know what, and what can be the impact for Africa? What can be the impact for Namibia when we're going to have a full-scale war? I watched Joe Biden's press conference last night, and he imposed more sanctions on Russia.
Yes.
A reporter asked Joe Biden last night, okay, Mr. President, you imposed this sanctions and that sanctions on Russia, but are there any personal sanctions that you are imposing on Vladimir Putin? Personal sanctions. Because you're talking about sanctions all around him, about big tech businesses in Russia, etc., but you're not talking about how are you gonna sanction Vladimir Putin. He couldn't answer the question. I don't know if it's fear or if it's still a process to go or whatever.
Vladimir said, if anyone
Who?
interferes,
Who said?
Vladimir Putin.
Watermeer.
Vladimir Putin.
Okay.
Vladimir. Vader Emmer.
Visrot. En wat er meer gaan ons nou vis?
Yeah.
He said, if anyone interferes with what we are doing, Russia's response will be, you know, like I said, anyone.
I just
Yeah,
find
anyone.
it.
And he
all-
said he's ready for anything.
Yeah.
Neville, I find it so systematic what is currently happening. So let me give you what I think. Why is it that America so conveniently pulled out of Afghanistan 3 months ago, 4 months ago, right? And why is it so convenient for Russia to invade now the Ukraine? We've got to remember that the Ukraine is not part of NATO.
Yes.
So everybody the Ukrainian president is literally screaming at the world, begging for assistance.
Yes.
NATO should be giving assistance, but Ukraine is not part of NATO. So NATO is probably saying to themselves, but they're not part of us.
Yeah.
Why must we now go in there? Because then we counter invading.
Uh-huh.
Right? We spoke about this yesterday. I heard a story, and I cannot justify this, but please, this is just a story that I've heard, is that Russia has been able over the last couple of years in Putin power, because Putin is still going to stay in power for the next, 25 years or what, has been working extremely hard at repaying its foreign debt.
Russia.
Yes. And they are, from what I understand, at a quite considerable point in terms of having repaid their debt. So they don't owe the Rothschilds anything.
Uh-huh.
Russia is now standing on its own 2 feet. And Putin knows that. Putin says, hang on, we don't have to count on any other foreign country to assist us anymore. We are now going back to claim back what is rightfully ours, which is the Ukraine. Because I find it also so. I mean, he's invaded that country literally over the last 72 hours. I mean, on Monday he was on the weekend he was still saying, no, we're not going to invade. Don't worry about it. And it's literally Friday. He's busy taking over Kiev. I mean, it's like a walk in the park for the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? So it's going to get interesting as to how that whole development takes place. But the deafening silence of the West speaks miles.
Wasn't this happening ever since 2014? When Russia actually deployed their military already into southern Russia. And, Ukraine is divided also. So the people in the southern Ukraine are really supporting Russia. And they want to be part of Russia. So they call them the separators. So
it's the east side of Ukraine.
East side of Ukraine and
east side.
Yeah, of Ukraine, and then they sent in to help and train these guys. And Russia actually, you know what? Putting it like I was checking the history yesterday. He actually told the people that he's gonna move out, withdraw his troops, and he told the people he's gonna withdraw his troops, and then just invaded. And I'm like, what in the Ketmans is this guy doing now?
You see, the thing for me, guys, is that I'm not for Russia or against America or against this or for that. I'm just a spectator sitting here in Namibia. But look at it from this point of view. And this is how I see it. If the Ukraine becomes part of NATO and Ukraine is a neighbor of Russia, my direct enemy will be next to me
at your doorstep.
That's Putin's reason.
Yeah. So I don't have visible enemies in my personal life. Me as Neville as I sit here. But let's say somebody that I hate with a passion come and builds a house right next to me in Elisenheim.
A military base.
No, not a military base.
No, just
somebody that I hate with a passion. Somebody that cost me a big deal somewhere, or somebody that I don't know. But think of a person that you hate. I mean,
living next to you.
Yeah, who comes and buy a house right next to you. What will your reaction be? So for Russia to see the Ukraine as a direct threat, if they become part of NATO, could be one of the reasons why Russia decides, voordat julle, ek vat julle aan.
Yeah.
That's it. So that could be one of the reasons. And I can humbly say America need to have a big shut the F up.
Yeah.
In my lifetime, I can't remember how many countries America invaded. Sovereign countries who's got nothing to do with it. It's none of your business what is happening here. And America, I'm telling you, invaded these countries, whether it's Iraq, whether it's Afghanistan, whether it's, man, name
Libya.
them, all over the world, they had their finger in the pie. So they are the last one. It's very rich
Talk
of
about
America.
humanity even.
Yeah, to,
Eliminate Oppo.
yeah. So I don't agree. I don't agree.
I think maybe America started to do that now. They are not going to get involved and let the Ukrainians die.
Kijk, and that I don't
Let's-
agree with.
No,
Listen,
no. That's, I
Wacht,
mean,
wacht,
let's-
wacht even gehoord. Wat zei Koffie?
So Russia has invaded Ukraine now, and that's what you are saying. I agree with it. I think America has learned its lesson with getting involved in other people's business and other countries' business, and
Calvin
therefore
and his sarcasm.
America should just sit back and let Ukraine get taken over. That's the size of it, and let the atrocities in Ukraine by the Russians, let that just continue regardless. Don't worry about it.
No.
It's not.
No.
What are we saying? Huh? No.
No, what
They're
I'm
now
saying,
no.
No, what I'm saying, I'm saying is, the only reason America is not attacking or not defending Ukraine at the moment is because America is scared of Russia. Finish it, klaar.
Okay.
No, America is scared.
We all know what's going to happen with the big bangs if the two superpowers
Of
go at each other.
course. No, you're completely right, Kofi. But all I'm saying is the only reason America is not forcefully putting troops or boots on the ground at the moment is because, shit, this is Russia we're talking about.
Exactly.
It could have been North Korea who did the same thing.
and
It could
Russia
be-
would respond.
It could be China.
Maybe America is silently, without us knowing, invading us. I mean, look at the big embassy that they're building here in Windhoek. Look at the American air base in Botswana.
America.
Yes.
Look, guys, Lost Stock Net for putting us up, believe, guys. This guy, look, and that's why I said, man, guys that have seen war, that have seen death, should not be made presidents. This guy has seen war, he has seen death already, so he is not afraid.
Putin in his younger days, he was in
The
Zambia.
he was in, yeah,
he
it
was
was
in
a,
Zambia
it was a
there with all
KGB.
the other guys.
It's easy for that guy to say,
Let me
okay,
just get this
let's
quickly,
get it on.
Terwyl julle check, kom ek lees gou 'n paar comments. Hi guys, sê Des van Wyk. Now our prezi is making a mockery out of all of us with Kalari team ne. I mean Putin is a superpower. I can't build schools and hospitals yet want to go come and fight. These soldiers are unfit, overweight, and just there to get a salary. Show me one that fought. Namibia must look after its own people in poverty and leave superpowers to deal. Let us just please declare that is a bullshit trolling story. Nina Katangana says, yep, Russia has one of the strongest global economies. These sanctions really are not a threat at all. NATO had months to deliberate on what the actions would be should Putin strike. Yet they still in meetings figuring out their next move while blood is being shed. Absolutely ridiculous. Reddy Shikongo says, I don't understand why the Russian army is seizing control of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Jürgen Kasep says, while the UN Security Council sat down to discuss the way forward, Russia invades Ukraine. What's funny is that the current president of the UN Security Council is Russian. So how will a Russian tell Putin to step down? Estomish says, Putin lies. He's those men that says, baby, I won't make you pregnant, and boom, you are pregnant. And in his accent, he
Putin is
says,
so-
damn you pregnant, we keep or kill the baby. Janice says, nah, Mitch, if I understand correctly, it technically started in 2010 when the former leader was elected. Are we talking about Medvedev? Or which former leader are you talking about? In late 2013,
I think it's the-
no, I think you're talking about the Ukrainian president. Yeah, in the late 2013, he was overthrown. He was apparently a Russian ally. Yes, I remember that now, Janice.
Yeah, but
wacht net gou,
he only
Mitch.
fled in 2013, though.
Yeah, he was apparently a Russian ally and prevented the West from building a base in and around Ukraine. Very interesting. When he was overthrown, it was tickets for Ukraine, especially when Putin managed to get the Crimea as part of Russia in 2014. Norway survived Russia being neighbors. He just keeps spying. Why should USA keep quiet? They are part of NATO. Putin should chill. Is Norway next to Russia? Okay, I don't know those demographics so well, Estomich. So the Ukraine president was a comedian in the past. Yes, Ro, he was a comedian. He was a stand-up comedian. He had a game show and all of that. So julle drie kan ook president raak.
Yep.
Ja.
Yeah. And the three of us will actually fix this country.
Hello. Yeah.
Just give us a chance.
Yeah.
Nina says, that's exactly the reason why Putin got his panties in a bunch. He does not want Ukraine to join NATO.
Yeah.
If they had done that, it is well known that it would be easier for the Americans to spy on Russia. Putin said, not on his watch. Wow, guys. It becomes more clearer as to what we're talking about. Russia has every right to protect themselves because America like meddling into matters that has got zero to do with them, says Muhao. And with the beef between China and America, I am sure China will back Russia if they have to,
Yeah.
and America knows that. Estomich, I beg to differ when you say they are not scared. If Putin hit any NATO country, you'll see World War III. Don't underestimate. No, you don't underestimate NATO, but please don't underestimate that Russian. Okay?
I mean, the Russian, I'm sitting right with a photo here, and I WhatsApped it also to you. This Russian guy, Vladimir, this is a photo taken back in 1973 during the freedom fight taking place in Tanzania. Putin was standing right next to Samora Machel and also Emerson Mnangagwa. So, just for interest's sake,
Wow.
Putin stayed in Tanzania for 4 years training freedom fighters from 1973 to 1977.
That guy's seen death, man. Me, I don't trust those guys in a position of a president. But let's America's always been using one tactic. Its propaganda tactic is to first make you an enemy of the world. They will not just go and then attack you. They'll first make you an enemy of the world. Look at what he's doing. And then they will just sit back.
Yes.
Throw everything on you. He's trying to what? After 5 years, you just say, America has decided that. That's what they've done to what's the dude from Afghanistan? Is it Afghanistan? Iraq. And Libya also. He first made him an enemy of his own people. And you should know the people that Putin is bombing right now, also Russian-speaking people. And they're from the Russian descent. Meeste van die mensen praat Russian. And he told the people, go home. He gave them a choice. Maar, America, it's his way of doing things, man. Hulle sal hom eers 'n enemy of the world moet maak.
I agree with you, Mitch,
Yeah.
because they say every war in the world does not start with bullets. It starts with words.
Yeah, bo.
That's how a war starts.
Sticks and stones can break my bones.
Yes.
Words can really hurt me.
Janice agrees with me. The USA is scared of Russia.
They are not, man.
Every bully is scared of at least one person, and they are scared of Putin. I remember the school bullies. If there's one person who is not scared of a bully, you can clearly see how a bully fades if somebody else stands up to that bully. Clotilda says, Estimates, you are right, but it's not something you can debate with our fellow people. It should be debated, Clotilda. There's nothing wrong with debating. The idea of debating is that we should not, and we don't have to agree with each other, but debating is healthy. My only concern is Namibia staying in Russia, Ukraine. Those guys are no jokes. And it's very true. There's a family that I know who's currently in the Ukraine, a boy who's studying in the Ukraine, and they're struggling to actually get into a safe space at the moment because there are no flights in and out of the Ukraine at the moment. It's a terrible, terrible situation.
There's also no commercial airlines flying
Exactly.
over that country.
I watched the report yesterday saying that Russia has managed to destroy all the air defense
Yeah.
of Ukraine.
Yeah,
And
those-
they sent in 4 fighter jets to do the groundwork bombing.
No,
And
it's,
I'm like,
it's a mess.
What? That fast in 24 hours?
It's a superpower.
That fast? Yo, kid, man.
Vitalik Buterin has been engaging Putin and other top leaders in Russia. I doubt the banking sanctions will be hard on them for too long. Yeah, Swift. They don't need Swift, okay? Ethereum will probably be used in Russia. In layman's language, NATO, which obviously America initiative to influence Europeans in military strategy, is the thin line that will boil Tate Putin. Tate Putin.
Tate Putin. Brilliant. Tate Putin.
Oh, Franco Jose, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Tate Putin in Ukraine decides to join NATO. Things will become things.
But-
Genesis, I just want to know who North Korea will side with. These are communist countries.
Of
They will.
course.
Gas prices will go up if this continues, says Estomich. Russia is currently the strongest country in the world. USA is a bluffer, a bluffnet, and they are wasting time. As for you Africans, you must rest.
My guy, USA will be helped by aliens to fight this war. That's what I'm telling you.
Because Russia helped most of you during the World War II, says Avondre. Yeah, very true. China out here chilling. Let the small boys sweat. This is what Jagan says. So Trini says, what is a war? What is a war an extension of? In a wider spectrum of intents. Know that, and you will not be surprised. War drives up economies whilst destroying others. Nothing is cheap in a war. So ask, what is the soul of war amongst warring parties? This is
America
what Trini
first has
says.
to make money off these guys. They first have to buy stuff, you know, support both sides of the war, you know, give this fighter planes and
Yeah. JJHK says the bully is within but not without.
Yeah, boy.
Maxwell Chero says Putin has a black belt in judo.
Yep.
Hi. Was trained operative spy and he rides horses in the Russian forest chasing bears for fun. Julle speel met die ou. David Mbango says, I stand with Russia. They helped us gain our independence. Now is not the time to turn our backs on those that helped us.
Turn
Okay?
our backs.
Mohausi Bole says, Kalfi, you know I am for you and all, but when Putin speaks,
Yeesh.
Tate Putin already wrote American name in the Katitia. Franco. Estomi says, you want to tell 12 NATO members plus Romania, Lithuania, Bulgaria, and more are afraid of Putin.
Yeah.
The vodka prices will be dropped through sanctions.
Yeah.
This is what Estomich is saying.
Okay, the first thing, so if America or NATO starts fighting them, who is the next country that Russia has to invade to have better grounds to fight?
Hierdie man staan in pla my hierso wat hierso staan. No, I'm busy.
I soek jou van-
Nee, I'm busy. Must I sign? Okay, now come.
Okay, guys, should we change? Or we are wending in.
We are waiting here.
We are wending in.
When international artists go on world tours, they exclude Africa. So as no, they must. Okay, I want to tell you about this guy who stands here next to me that you see on the show now.
The Anglican guy.
Yeah, his name is KK. He's part of our fleet services. And KK, thanks that you are standing right here next to me at the moment.
What are you
KK
signing? What did KK bring you?
Yeah, KK. No, it's part of fleet.
Oh.
KK, you fought, and you can see this is a big guy standing here next to me, and it's good that you actually just walked into the studio now. KK, you fought next to the Americans in Afghanistan. a few years ago. And you obviously know exactly what is going on in the world at the moment. KK, what is your take on America at the moment compared to what is happening in Russia and the Ukraine at the moment?
Good morning. I don't know what to say, but it's really early right now to comment on the issue. So I think they still have to do their assessment on the situation.
Okay.
So then from there, as you know, I think the president has announced the sanctions, the heaviest sanction in the history of the world.
Uh-huh. You think it's the heaviest sanction?
That's what Mr. President has said last night.
Who's Mr. President?
Biden.
You see, because you can see that he was fighting with the Americans because he calls Mr. President.
He's the strongest man on the world. Come
You
on,
think
man.
so?
Yeah.
You think he's stronger
I
than?
think Putin is the strongest.
Nah.
At the moment, yes, everybody
is
thinks so. But you know, I really don't know what to tell you, but I think there's a lot to think about regards with the world. You know,
Uh-huh.
there's chemical weapons involved. There's weapon of mass destruction involved. There's nuclear weapons, and I think Russia is threatening the world with all that. The capacity that she has, she can use whatever she has to defend herself. So that's one thing that everybody should worry about.
But do you think when it comes to Russia's position at the moment, the position that it took to invade Ukraine, do you think that his reasons are justified? But compared to how many other countries America have destroyed in the last 50, 60 years, sovereign countries that has got nothing to do with them.
That I wouldn't really know, but you know, let's just see what they have to do. But seriously, I think there were so many ways to resolve the issues. You know, like going back to the negotiation table and see how they can do it, rather than using guns and stuff.
Yeah.
People will die.
Yeah, people will die. People already died.
We just have a war. We still have a war with the COVID-19, and it's winter there right now. So anything can go wrong. Believe me. Yeah, I've seen many of those things, but this one is yet to be seen. That's-
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. KK, thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Rodman.
Yeah.
So whose side are you,
Okay.
America or Russia?
No, he's America's side. You can hear. He's a Vambu that sounds like an American here. Yeah, yo, man. When KK starts speaking, man, you know what I'm saying, man. Yeah,
Now
everybody.
say, take
Now
it
the
back.
people are commenting here. Yeah, let KK comprat. Yeah, let's talk sense with KK now. This is what,
Oh my God.
yeah. What Clotilda is saying, it has been dom en onnozel in the whole morning. So what was dom en onnozel the whole morning, Clotilda? I would love to hear that. Die KK pay nog vet benefits van USA. So obviously he thinks that the Kulu Biden is the strongest man in the world. Estomi says some Namibians are giving Putin credit because they do business with Russia. Russians are calculated. If they want to bomb you, they will no matter your partnership. But Estomi, there are Namibians who do business with Americans. Right or wrong? Yeah. Asser say, KK, just go away with your American support. We all taking sides. So
Yeah.
if KK takes the side of America, it's his opinion. It's his
My only
preference.
problem, like I was also saying about the Fish Road case, like people that didn't do the most is gonna get hurt. People that didn't do the most is gonna get hurt and get the, like now that, like I ask you most, like who is the next country they have to invade to have a better stance to fight? Let's say NATO starts fighting them. So it's boots on the ground. It's air. So now you have to open airspace from the neighboring country to fly in. Now these guys have to be in that space to try and shoot them down. So now they're going to invade. Let's say we fight with Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has to invade probably Botswana to have a better stand. Now Botswana's army has to fight back.
Just bring
So,
in the
no,
Germans.
it's just going to be a problem.
Problem solved. Bring in the Germans.
No,
Problem
It's going to be a problem.
Kofi, ek wil jou vra, since you were mentioning that. So,
But the
what,
old
what,
type
what
of
is,
Germans, not these new
Oh no, he had something
weird,
to say.
weird oaks.
what is wrong with the new weird oaks? I want to hear.
No, I'm not going down that.
Hello,
You are not,
hello,
You are
hello,
not
hello.
pulling me
Jy wil
into
weer
that
getrek
street.
word daar.
Praat. I think Germany obviously made its position very clear since Germany is part of NATO. We know about 80 years ago what was the beef between Germany and Russia. It was
It was just a
Ah, it
little
was-
dispute.
it was just
It was not little. Come on, little straight.
It was a quarrel.
It was a little quarrel. There are 3 countries that America is afraid of: Russia, North Korea, and China. Putin already put away tons of billions for the sanctions, because he knows. But the Westerns are now sitting, deciding on what to do.
The Germans are not going to invade Russia again in the winter. We are sitting
Ons
and
wag
waiting
vir
for the
somer.
summer. We learned our lesson. Invading Russia in winter, we're waiting for the summer.
Yeah.
Kofi-
And that's why Putin probably started attacking now,
Russians
because it's
don't
their
deal
strong.
well with heat. They can't
Nee.
fight in the summer.
Yeah, but Kofi, what? No. On a serious note, what was the specific reasons why the winter attack on
Russia
the
didn't
Russia
work.
failed?
It was a war calculus mistake. It's Hitler and his cronies, they miscalculated, and I think they wanted everything too quickly.
Yeah,
So if Hitler would not have, because ultimately what happened is the Germans that were then in Russia, they literally died of hunger over and above being shot left, right, and center.
exactly.
But it was a fatal wartime flaw
Yes,
for Hitler to invaded Russia at the wrong time.
Up-
He was too sure of himself. He was too boastful. He was too confident in himself. It's like when you overthink yourself that you are just the bestest everything
Yeah.
at any time.
Yeah.
Then those mistakes happen.
That's why Putin invaded now.
because
It's winter there.
because I think what the biggest Achilles heel for the German army back then was the fact that because of the winter, no supplies could come into Russia.
Yes,
So your German army was completely cut off
exactly.
from supplies.
It's like having a boxing fight in a deep freezer.
In a deep freezer, exactly. And then you had your crucial commander of the Wehrmacht, Rommel, was completely taken out by Hitler because Rommel was the expert tactician, the desert fox
Yes.
of the Wehrmacht. And he was killed by Hitler.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why Hitler
You've got to
lost
remember,
that
as,
war.
as any president.
Why did
of-
he kill him?
As,
I don't
as,
understand.
as any president of any country, you've got to be careful of your military generals.
Yes, true.
If your military generals are not siding with you, it's tickets. It's a
Stand-
coup.
Did you see? You guys should go and see the interview that Putin had 2-3 days ago with his security chief,
Yes.
where he confronted his security chief live on air whether his security chief agrees with the invasion of Ukraine. You can clearly see his security chief is not agreeing with him. But he has no choice but to go with the narrative of Putin. Because we know what's going to happen to that security chief.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you're going to be
He's going to
deleted.
get
Okay, but
plutonium. A pill. He's
now-
going to get a plutonium pill, like those other Russians.
Yes.
now you have this thing there of somebody that has to wait for advisors, that has to wait on the world, for them to react.
Yeah.
Like America, other countries like Germany, they still have you have North Korea fighting with you. No, that guy doesn't have to tell. He says direct, shoot that thing, and it's done. Now, America still has to go through advices and look, put in them. That's why he can say, I'm doing it this now. You still have to wait. So, Jekani Metsua man fight me. I hate fighting with people that don't care that they're going to die.
Yeah.
That's just, like, my people can die. My people are with me. Your people.
Yeah.
I will bomb my people, your people.
Don't care.
And the people next to you, I do not care.
Franco Jose says, bring JJ the Damara, who fought for Russia, to comment on the situation. Wie is JJ the Damara?
JJ, Very Damara Jenna work.
Why
Yeah.
did the Russians employ JJ the Damara, of all people? If they would have employed a Wambo, I would understand. But
It's koud, jong. Wat se koud, jong. Hier gaan net gevries, jong. Wat?
hy sê, ek gaan terug
Jou-
Sakos toe. Los my uit daardie nat, koue gat van Russia.
Ek het 300 yoghurts aan my. Hier koue, jong. Wow, Jesus.
Weet jy, ek wonder of die Damaras Russians and chips eet.
The irony, it's our favorite meal.
I'll deal with you Namibians.
Why
Why
are
are you
we
eating Russians and
why
chips?
why are we calling it Russians?
I don't know.
It's been called Russians since I was a child.
Dis maar sy lekker jong.
Hy's lekker.
Daarso by Ridas of Hidas, daarso ook
Ja, by
aan die
Hidas.
Shell-dienst dan
Ja, ja, ja.
rade op 'n Sondagoggend Russians and chips.
Nee.
I cannot just see.
nom.
I cannot just see myself like agreeing that there would ever be a Damara spy even or Damara so like I just feel like those guys have to be there to probably support
Hulle sal
with
sê, "Etse,
meds and stuff.
moet ek foto's vat?"
Damara spy,
Damara spray.
you just push him once at a bar, he'll start telling you, Jaken Menio miss, you don't know what I can do to you. Ask these people who I am.
Hey.
Let's just leave that. What's the JJH? Ek dink jy het gefight nie.
Shora Kawenji says, morning top fans, MMC family, happy cake day, Vanessa.
Yeah.
More life, blessings, good health, and more success. The Germans are with NATO, says Estomich. Avondre says, America is the bully. They invade and interfere in everything that has nothing to do with them. Now that it concerns a country as strong as them, hulle wil nou van ver af blaf. Lieg, spazas.
America will
Putin sal julle swak maak. Maybe if USA combines with others like China, Koreans, etc. But that is highly unlikely that you have a China or Korea that sides with America. Avondre says, Germany went in like a dude approaching a side chick, thinking they will succeed, maar toe skud die cherry Germany vir hulle af. Okay? People usually have it rough in Russia, no gay rights and more. Russians usually work in neighboring countries, so remember, Russia ain't the best country to live in. You'll feel your blackness. Estimate for the 25% of African Americans in America the last 400 years. I don't think it's anything different. Okay? So, as bad as it is for Russians, it is bad for Americans and minorities in America. So, that's just my take on it. Conflicts of interest, says Trini. This is all there is to it. In order to satisfy one human instinct, which is to survive, how you define survive is up to you and how you are informed. Namibia military generals are drinking at single quarters.
Yes.
Hey, Ganji Franco Jose.
I'm the general here with the Putin.
Yeah.
Let me just drink here.
Remember, Hitler was Austrian, not German. He used them
Yes.
because he
Austrian descent
committed to them in World War and suffered retribution. Maybe is mysterious, says JJHK. Clotilda says exactly, Kaufi, never. The German soldiers ended up as what? Yeah, frozen, I believe. That interview showed what a dictator he is,
Yeah.
says Estomich. Clotilda, he was elected by the Germans as chancellor. Please, Russian PAX. According to Mutumba, Germany will do the Holocaust of the gas line from Russia, says Mohau.
The thing is, Germany, as far as I know, has already turned the tap closed on Nord Stream 2. So
Yeah.
Germany has said to Russia, we don't want your gas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the story, perhaps.
But like, what if they just doing it to come and show the world? Yeah, we don't want your gas. Put in Hoi for on speaking. You know, I don't believe those
Spat my
nonsense
nut.
these guys do. They are there at Kama TV. Yeah, we have decided that Putin must stop this invasion. It is unnecessary and it's unprovoked. Putin, Hoi for ons. Don't stand it.
Ons moet net vir swart boys
They do it. I believe they do this stuff. These guys just do this stuff to show us they worry. Mara,
Ek stem. Kom ons stuur vir swart boy dat hy met Putin praat.
As swart boy nie, if he does not, as hy nie sy sin kry nie, he'll walk from Russia.
Just
He'll leave his cell phone right there.
Hy wil my nie luister nie.
Dis ek gaan nou cheap.
Ek chip.
Wat myself op.
Hy sê geslaan word van Putin ek sê veel.
Remember, most of the countries surrounding have to support Russia because they are getting gas supply from Russia, some 100%, and Germans 40%. This is what Asino Kamikiti says. Clotilda says, dominant notion is that Putin threatens with nuclear weapons and you people think it's a joke or ignoring and entertaining them. Clotilda, don't you believe that America also can threaten with nuclear weapons?
Exactly.
So what are you talking
I
about?
think the presidential briefcase,
Yeah.
Biden's presidential briefcase,
Hello.
is very close to him at the moment.
Hello.
Hy sit daar so in die White House en hy kyk net daai rooi knoppie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Elke nou en dan the telephone rings.
Yeah.
And he says, okay.
Clotilda, I think it's there's nothing wrong with because both sides, whether anybody supports the Russian narrative or the American narrative, everyone, if you say one thing bad about Russia, I can say two things bad about the West. If you say three things good about America, I can probably say three things good about the East, whether it's China, whether it's Russia. So it's give and take, my sister. There's no way the pot cannot call the kettle black. It goes for America. It goes for Russia, in my humble opinion. Tell them this ain't a joke. I don't think anybody is joking here, okay? Because you should never water down the opinion of somebody else.
Yep.
Because we can clearly, anybody can equally say that anybody who supports the American narrative in relation to what America has done the last 100 years or the last 50 years in the world and water that down as a joke, I don't think so.
Like, look, like I always said, last year I told the people the times you live in will shape you, and the place you were born will shape you.
True.
Yeah. So you might find a Chinese person eating a cat wrong, but a Chinese person will find you eating a cow. Like,
Wrong.
Why are you eating a cow?
Oh, the Indians like their cows.
Yeah.
Indians like the cow.
Cow
So-
is holy for an
Holy
Indian.
for the Indians. So if you can
poor-
come into my country
Those poor chickens.
and start telling me the way my people are living is wrong,
How?
how do you we do this? This is we behead people that rape people. You come as America, you tell us it's inhumane. Are you in the gate, man? So now you start bombing me because of that. I will fight you back.
It is.
You can't make me look like the enemy of the world and then just bomb my children's classrooms and all that stuff.
Clotilda, wat is jy so kwaad, my sister? Clotilda's kwat, jong. Kwat.
Sy sê ons moet kan maar die ander een het gesê ons die woord topic los is Vrydag los vir Putin.
I think it's
It's an important
it's
topic,
an important topic to have, and you can clearly see from the comments that we have, and when we do our show on a daily basis, we will not stick to a topic unless there's traction on a topic, and we can clearly see that, I mean, the wider range of our viewers are commenting and give their different opinions to this specific topic, and that is what keeps us engaged
I should end
on this topic. So have we decided who's the Mugo of the week? Estomich says, Kalari, don't train in the mud. They won't even survive the French Legion. Hey, Mervyn Munster, lost the toppie 8. Okay, ons wil nie baklei nie. Okay, Eche, those guys were even looking for COVID with guns. Clotilda, please tell me, what is your opinion? What's your position, so that I understand exactly what is your position, okay? So that I understand, and then we can take the conversation from there. Because you say now I sound exactly like Putin going through the history books and claiming Ukraine. In some other news, very quickly, I don't know if you guys would agree with this. You guys remember the case almost 20 years ago of Thomas Florin?
Oh, yes, the guy that cut up his wife and cooked her.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. So, as we know that Thomas Florin, for the greater part of last year and I think in the beginning of this year, has been trying to get parole, and he has failed numerous times. Okay? Now his daughter is urging the courts to keep him behind bars.
Right.
This is what his daughter is saying. A daughter of the man who killed his wife and cooked her remains, Thomas Adolf, has strongly objected to her father's High Court bid for early release from prison. In an emotional interview published earlier this week, Jacqueline, surname is withheld, told German online newspaper he did something so horrible he should still have to pay for it in prison for a long time. The debt is not paid yet. She was speaking ahead of today's expected judgment, in which High Court Judge Shafi Uitele will decide on Florence' application to be released early. What he did to us, he can never make right. This is what Jacqueline says. What's your guys' opinion on this particular issue?
I think he should sit
Ne?
up to the end of his days.
Ne?
That's my opinion.
Yeah, it's been that was a gruesome murder.
No, it's not even. It's so inhumane and everything. It's no. Waarom net daarso waar hy moet wees.
Okay, like, but I feel like everybody should have a fair chance at law, on the law. Like, if I did my time, doesn't matter how terrible the thing I did is, but if I was sentenced, if I went through the strong arm of the law, and I did my time for my 50 years, my 60 years, and I am eligible by law for parole or be pardoned by the president or so.
Yeah.
I think it should happen if I've done my time. It shouldn't matter, but as a human, you know, it was terrible what he did. But if I've done my time, I think I would have wanted me to be free.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long he's been in jail, but it's well over 20 years that he's been in jail. But what she is saying is that he took one life and changed two. Our lives would have been very different. I still think about my mother so often, and I always ask myself why. It must be very traumatic for for a child if you know that you know what, my father killed my mother or my mother killed my father.
No. Let him just sit there
Laat hom
where he
net daar
is.
so sit.
And just to know that he did it in that way.
Terrible.
Did it in that way. And probably just for a stupid reason even. So,
Yeah. Walk
it's terrible.
away. Walk away. Kom ek lees nou gou hier 'n paar comments before we end the show. Clotilda says, Mitch, los verkeerdmans uit. Clotilda says, Champions League final will come to Munich. Yeah, I think it's very likely that the Champions League final will not take place in Russia now, because I know FIFA since yesterday has been in negotiations from here going forward that the Champions League final need to move from St. Petersburg to another country. Be diplomatic, never. That's all. I don't know what is diplomacy here. I'm not a politician. It's a Estomish says, your Kangangela Tate is hardcore. I think he's a veteran. Those Russians are always drunk of that Russian beer vodka. That's why a Babalas guy will start a war. Just like that, Mr. Putin. Says Mervin. Yeah. Estomish says, I see Mitch in his young days down the street shouting in Damara, I am selling. Donkey meat.
Donkey gay.
Wat is die ramkamp van julle werk op my senuwees? Wat werk op jou senuwees? Is dit nou ons ramkamp?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Clotilda. Guys, thank you very much.
I just want to ask something here quickly. Why am I still working on COVID figures and also the weather?
Gee gou die COVID
Are you
figures.
against the COVID?
Sorry, askies.
Ons het
Excuse
gepraat
my
van die
pas.
Russian weer.
Oh,
So ons het
okay.
net gecheckt daar, okay, is nou koud.
Askies my pas.
Is er- Stop it.
Askies tog pas.
Op.
Sorry meneer.
So the
Sorry,
COVID figures, newly confirmed cases 25, we've recovered 65, so we've come down again. Active cases 2,523 currently in Namibia,
Are you happy now?
with 2 deaths. Have you noticed now that Putin invaded Ukraine that nobody concentrates on this COVID crap anymore?
Kak man.
No?
Ja.
I mean,
Ons
what the
worry eens
hell?
van COVID meer.
Exactly.
Dis hoekom ons sê nee, we've changed now from being vaccine experts.
Yes.
We are experts now on foreign policy.
Yes.
And war generals.
Yes.
Country invasions.
Yes.
Yes.
That is
Hitler's war.
yeah,
Weapons of
mass destruction. Yeah. So Mitch, wie is Moego of the week?
Het is Keertmans. Ons was bietjie af, nee. Ons het
Nee, ons is weer op.
ja, kom ons kyk nou.
Jürgen wil weet wie is die moegoe van die week.
Ja. Jürgen, ons wil gou kyk wat sê die, because it's between Vladimir Putin.
Uh-huh.
Why is America not part of this? Moego of the week. Council of Churches, NAMCOR.
Is
Namcor is Moego of the week.
Namcor.
Namcor is Moego of the week.
So the
Yo.
Council of Churches is not Moegoe of the week. It's Namcor.
So I think Putin was supposed to be the top cheater. Was it for Namcor?
Putin is top cheetah, and Moegoe of the week is Namcor.
Here.
I think because I put Putin at Moego of the week as well and nobody voted.
Clotilda, just for your information, Mitch said he tried to put Putin as Moego of the week, and nobody voted for him to be Moego of the week. Ek dink al die mense is dom, Clotilda. Yeah, they are very undiplomatic in my view.
Los die mense never.
Die vloek hulle, my sister. Is nie reg nie. Yeah. How can people agree with Putin in their right minds? It's so sick, my sister.
We will start making posters for the Moego of the week. And then
Ja.
put it on Informante. De Namcor hulle moet ken.
Guys, we've come to the end of our show.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a fantastic weekend.
Wat maak jy hierdie
I'm
naweek?
going to buy my girlfriend Zelly a new car
You're going to buy a new car.
today.
Jarre my broer, jy is
Wait.
jy is tops.
Let's see by Monday. Let's go.
Jy's
Okay.
tops my broer.
So you'll be top Jida next week.
Ja,
I'll let you guys know.
in your house you'll
Just
be
watch
top
my
Gita.
Facebook page.
How do you have money to buy a house now that we are in? Oh yeah.
Fishrot is a big neck.
Luister.
Kofi works in different circles.
He has changed the people around him.
En jy Mitch?
Ag, Janna. Ek het 'n show nou Saterdag.
That's it.
Ja, ek het gister 'n show gehad. Ek het 'n show nou Saterdag. Hey guys, 2:00 come join me. I'm with Damara Dikding at the Loose Cannon show on
Yes.
Informando Live asseblief. Damara Dikding kom in. So I'll just go out to the show and dan moet ek 'n familielied gaan leer vir my oom wat gesterf het.
Is that?
Ja.
Hey, sorry man.
So ek moet ja, my pa se broer het
Ish.
gesterf.
When did he pass on?
My condolences.
Last week Sunday.
Our
Okay.
condolences.
And Jay, chill net hier so. Then you're not telling us anything that you got a death in your family. What kind of bullshit is that?
I did tell didn't I tell you guys?
Kofi?
No, it's the first time I
Kofi,
hear of this.
did
No.
you hear that he's got a death in his family?
Oh, sorry my ouers dat ek julle nie
Ja.
gesê ja, maar my pa se twin het eintlik afgesterf.
Your
I saw
father's twin.
Ja, hulle is like twins. Hulle lyk net dieselfde.
Is it
Hulle-
twins or they just look alike?
Ons sê hulle is twins.
Oh,
Hulle
okay.
dieselfde ouderdom en wat.
Nee?
Mm.
Okay.
So
Ja, no condolences man.
ja, bon, ja.
En sterkte. En gaan leer die lied reg. Oh, satita, tita. Oh, matita,
You don't know that I can play piano, ne?
Nee, Jason Nama,
En
jy kan
dan-
piano speel.
Are you good at it?
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Wow.
Yeah, I can play anything.
He's
I
a church boy.
Ah.
He's a church boy, so that's the play normal. That's the
Well,
first place that
fantastic.
you hear that you learn that.
Ah,
so
that's why he was so upset with the Council of Churches.
yes,
Yep.
yes,
Oh, I was upset with them. really.
yeah. Now for me this weekend, I'm off to Swakopmund. My son plays a soccer tournament in Swakopmund
At the SFC.
at the SFC. Yeah. So we're gonna be at the SFC. We're gonna play a few games there at the SFC.
Fantastic.
And we're gonna be at the Veneta sports grounds also. So,
Okay.
so,
So
it-
good luck there, Neville.
yeah. No, I don't really give a shit
What-
about the football.
What position does
Never
your
was
son
net
play?
gaan drink.
Ek wil net gaan chill. So, hey, I'll be. He's an attacking midfielder.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's quite a
yeah,
position.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, as julle in Swakop is, whoever you are, wherever you are,
Say hi to Neville.
kom ons maak die lewer seer.
Tyson is miskien weer op pad terug na Swakop.
Ja.
Ja, kom ons vra van Trini of Tyson daar was.
Can you let us know
Yeah.
if Tayshaun was there? Leave it in the comments quickly.
Yeah.
Sharp. Enjoy your weekend, guys. God
Enjoy
bless.
your weekend,
Cheers,
guys.
guys.
Love you all. We appreciate
Except
each and
Rovera.
Shappa.
every comment and opinion that you guys are sharing with us on our stream. It is important that we need to keep on engaging on each and every topic in the world out there. We'll see you guys on Monday. Sharp.
Wayenjika kukutwa ukapusiwa unjara maumbogeno yeni halali wapakuno ntimu wakaro aye asha
Londa zake ndugu sutu na nguruwe Londa za kuku wa minde kone manya Londa za koka na kevi kekeshona Hatu dano Hatu nukompembe Tu dano Hatu nukompembe